Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, we are in the Scottish capital of Edinburgh for a stay at the Bonham. We'll show you around the property and give you a tour of our signature suite, which is the hotel's largest and most luxurious accommodation. So join us for a real look inside at what it's like to stay at the Bonham. The Bonham is a 5-star boutique hotel located in Edinburgh's exclusive West End. Dating back to the 1870s, the Bonham is comprised of 3 beautifully restored Victorian townhouses overlooking the Drumshoot Gardens. The property also features number 35, a stylish restaurant offering breakfast, lunch, or dinner bookings for those interested. In addition to the restaurant, the property also features a gorgeous bar and lounge area where guests are able to book the afternoon tea experience or just settle in for a drink. The property also features a library, which provides guests with a place they can sit and have a drink and relax away from the more active bar and restaurant scenes. As you may notice, the Bonham has many beautiful works of art on display throughout the property, but perhaps the most iconic piece from the Bonham's art collection is the Tiffany floor lamp with a nasturtium shade, which can be found on the main floor just beyond the check-in desk. Amazingly, the lamp has been attributed to the work of Clara Driscoll, circa 1905, who designed lamps for Tiffany & Co. during that time. And if you look just above the entry and reception desk, you'll notice a J&L Lobmeyer chandelier, which was originally created in 1872. However, we were told that the chandelier was also later electrified by none other than the famed Thomas Edison. Upon arriving, we are greeted with complimentary glasses of champagne, which are served to us in the bar's lounge area. After finishing our welcome drinks, we make our way up the nearby stairway to take a look at our accommodations for the night, the Rothesay Suite, one of the property's 2 luxury signature suites.
Oh boy. Coming into this room, you are greeted immediately to the right with this huge mirror. Really pretty to look at. And there's another one over here to the left, slightly smaller, still extremely pretty. I mean, look at that. And look how well polished and clean it is. Not a smudge in sight. Hanging on the door is a little, I guess, note to the staff where you can say that you're in and resting or that you are out and about. To the right of the door, we have a couple of umbrellas just in case you need them when it's raining outside. That's very thoughtful. Nice bit of greenery here also adds a nice splash of different color to the room. I have to say the desk here is simply gorgeous, mostly this chair. That color blue is stunning. Sitting at the desk, there's an espresso here. Yeah, it looks like you got some pods available to be used. You have your tea also, a couple of cups ready to go, already filled with water. Hopefully it hasn't been sitting too long. And look at that, how to use the machine, just in case someone doesn't know. On the right side of the desk, you'll get little goodies here, and it looks like it says, "The treats are on us, a very warm welcome to the Bonham Hotel. We all deserve a little indulgence every now and again. Please enjoy these treats. Our compliments." How nice, thank you so much. Got some beefy chips. I'm gonna try those. I've never had that before. And a caramel log. I have never had that before either. That's pretty cool. And then I imagine these are also included. Look at that. A tray of chocolates here. That looks cool. I'm looking forward to trying that butterscotch. And then over here is some Scottish shortbread. Never had that either. Definitely looking forward to trying that. Directly beneath me, you'll find a wastebasket. The cabinet to the right does not open, it's locked. The cabinet to the left does open, has a little fridge in it, and that is where you'll find a bottle of still water and a little thing of milk. Take a look. This lamp is simply stunning, just beautiful, and it's just included in the room. And down in the lobby, they even have a Tiffany lamp, which is even more beautiful. In the cabinet here, we have what looks like some museum quality pieces that are specific to the room we booked, which is the Rothesay Suite. It's room 104. So I love the sitting area that they have set up here. It looks gorgeous. They've got the grays matched against the blues, and then they've got the browns all together. Absolutely beautiful. The fun part is whenever I see a pillow that looks like this, what I always think about is that somebody must have gone around room to room just karate chopping them, saying, now it's perfect. The coffee table is topped with some tissues, a pretty looking tray, and then a ball that if you spin it, you will become hypnotized and stay forever. That's how they get you, don't spin that. Just joking, but look at these beautiful flowers. These are real, and they're set out here in the middle of the room for us to enjoy. How beautiful. And just beyond the flowers, look at this fire guard. That's like stained glass. That is absolutely stunning and has flowers of its own on the front. Just gorgeous craftsmanship there. And even looking behind the guard, look at that craftsmanship. That also is stunning. Same with the fireplace, the mantle, look at that. And then not to mention the painting that is hung above it. That is simply gorgeous.
I just really like this detail here because this is like inlaid wood. So they cut out each one of these pieces and, you know, put it all together. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how thin that is. The craftsmanship that went into creating just the home back then. It was just, they don't do that anymore. It's too expensive, and artisans and craftsmen are few and far between. But man, it's just really nice.
If you're enjoying this video, we'd very much appreciate it if you hit that like button.
And if you thought that the furniture might just be for looks, because it does look so nice, no, it's actually really comfy. I could lay out here for a long time, which is probably what it's meant for, is lounge. To the right of the fireplace, you get this incredible bust with various books by, it looks like National Geographic and Tiffany. This makes sense given they have the original Tiffany lamp down in the lobby. And then to the right of the books, you get the TV and what is packaged in a nice brown leather container, your remote control. The TV also sits on a really nice piece of furniture, which looks like it could be antique. The drawers do open, though I don't expect to find anything inside of them. Yeah, there's nothing in here. In case you're concerned about being cold while staying in Edinburgh, just know that at least this suite has 1, 2, and then over here, a third radiator, and that's just in this room. I think there's more in the bedroom. The table setting by the window is simply stunning and well put together. And just look at these beautiful curtains that frame the entire alcove. They themselves are gorgeous and massive. And they have huge tassels on them.
Nothing funny. I just like talent.
I think these windows might actually open. Just a little. Safety reasons, I bet. At the table here, you get 4 books on top. The Richard H. Dryhouse Museum, Wallpaper Magazine, a book on Edinburgh itself, and An American Palace, a book regarding, I believe, a Chicago museum, and that is because the ownership for this hotel, I believe, comes from Chicago, so that does make sense. Having a bit of a stag meeting here. And in the corner, another of these beautiful lamps. And these doors go into the bedroom. So coming through the door into the bedroom, what we have over here is the area where they have brought up our luggage for us and the king-size bed that sits beneath another fantastic work of art. Look at the plaque beside it. It looks like this could itself belong in a museum. The Molo Venice, looking west, oil on canvas. How stunning. That is gorgeous. We love the headboard and notice that they left us little treats on the pillow there. And again, someone has come around and said, you know what, this bed needs a good karate chop. Right next to the bed is a giant window with another pair of very large curtains. These are set to match this room. And look, these also have very large tassels as well.
I love it!
From what I can tell, it looks like this window would also open, though probably not far as well. Safety reasons. And if you didn't notice from the other window, our suite looks directly out onto the gardens that are in front of the property. It's beautiful, especially right now because the trees are in bloom as it is spring. So the bed is large, but is it comfortable? Let's find out. Ooh, you know, this bed is pretty firm. I feel like it will be okay comfort-wise, but this is definitely the firmest bed we've been in a while. Also, right in front of the bed is another TV set on another piece of furniture. This one has a drawer. Nothing in the drawer. And the remote control is once more, look at that, branding on point, set in a nice brown leather container. That's pretty cool. They also have a radio next to the bed that has classical music going, and they had it turned up whenever we walked in. But right behind it, you'll see some of the plug-ins that you get and light controls. You get a lamp next to each side of the bed. We really do love that headboard. And in the drawer, nothing on this side. Oh, I like that. That was a soft closing drawer. Let's see if this one is. Yep, love that. But on this side, you also get a pen, notepad. Here is your phone and even more plugins. To the right of the bed area is a little closet. And in here, you see that Nez has already hung up some of our stuff. But I bet that these are extra pillows here. You get your safe, some extra hangers. Not sure what this is. That looks like it is a hair dryer, possibly Dyson. That could be pretty nice. And then, whoa, You guys win it all, a Dyson fan. This is amazing. I've been looking for one of these in all the places that we've stayed. This is amazing, and I will definitely be using this tonight because I need the sound of a fan to go to sleep at night, and I like it to be cool in the room. So it's very important for me to either have it to be really cold or to have some kind of moving air that keeps it cool. This is perfect. So just know that if you're booking the Bonham, you might have a Dyson fan in your closet. That's awesome. You also get a steamer. Looks like dry cleaning stuff here for you if you need it. Shoehorn and shoe brush, and then some slippers. And then your ironing board and the iron are right here. Look at the beautiful chandelier that is above the bed and the gorgeous molding as well. They have a much shorter bathroom, and my guess would be that by installing the ceiling here, they are trying to prevent any moisture from the bathtub or shower going up and destroying that molding. That's my guess. Otherwise, to the right of the door, you get some robes hanging here. However, despite all the other great opportunities that they have taken for branding to be spot on point, there's no branding here. These are overall pretty plain. They feel like a rougher towel. There's nothing on the tags, nothing on the lapel area that would signify Bonham branding. So, missed opportunity? Maybe, but they've taken advantage of so many others that we can forgive them this one. So right in front when you walk in is the toilet, and there's a trash can there. And then they have the toilet paper, and let's check the quality. Each one has a little branded sticker on it. You know what? It's pretty solid, pretty good. In front here you have your hand towels and what looks like, yep, there's your hand soap, the Walled Garden. Over here you have more from the Walled Garden. You have hand wash, lotion, conditioner, and shampoo. The up-close mirror that everybody loves. And then you have some nice sniffs going on with some Peck sniffs. Some more soap. Looks like you get some Q-tips, couple bags for that. Looks like some makeup removal pads. You get a sanitary bag. Ooh, there it is. A shaving kit. Dry hair day? Not sure what that is. Another shaving, so you get 2 shaving kits, a sanitary bag, a dental kit, and a nail file. They've got a really nice bathtub here with the great subway tiles. I know a lot of people are over the subway tiles, but I think it looks pretty nice. Handle to help you get up here. The taps are at my feet down here. Bath mat, what looks like a mat that goes in the bathtub while you're in it to prevent slippage. They have instructions set aside for use of a bath mat. I guess some people might need that. And then behind me, some beautiful decoration. This one actually is fake. Just a quick look at the taps here. So you can see they are extremely well polished, very clean. That's fantastic. To the left of the toilet area is where you get your sink. This one looks like it is older. You see the cracking here in the middle. Not really a problem. I'm just assuming it's an older sink, which no big deal. And then you get a couple of glasses and some tissues here. And everybody's favorite, a towel warmer right next to the shower. Look at this. That's pretty cool. And just in case you need it, because there may not be enough mirrors for you, they've got another little pull-out one. So what surround sound means, right over here, Jim, right over here, okay? All right, and it goes like this, just right in, there you go. So over here in the corner, you have the shower, which already has a bath mat at the bottom there. And let's see how many people we can fit in. Oh, this could be a problem if you're fitting people in because it doesn't go flat, that's okay. All right, so if we close that, oh, now it's echoey. You could get one, I would go with 4 people max, and it's gonna be a tight squeeze because you have this little triangle thing sticking out here to hold your soap. Once again, the taps are impeccably clean. That is fantastic. And if we look up at the shower head itself, it's also very clean. There might be a couple of water drops, but also very, very clean. This is cool. It appears to be designed where this part stays clear for your face, right above the sink. Nice. And perhaps the pièce de résistance for people coming to Scotland looking for Scotch is they left a complimentary decanter, 10-year-old whiskey from Jura, Scotland. How fantastic is that? And just to the right of the decanter of whiskey is the hotel's, what seems like their room directory, possibly what you can order on room service. Yeah, it looks like a whole bunch of information, including these extra pamphlets about the history of the property and its owners that I mentioned before. Give the Jura whiskey a bit of a sample. Do you want to join me? Okay, so what the book says about this 10-year-old Jura whiskey is that it is a well-balanced entry in the Jura range, made up of both smoky and unpeated whiskey matured in bourbon casks you might like and finished in sherry, adding darker notes to the soft smoke and fresh fruit of the distillery's whiskey. It says on the nose, it's supposed to get proper Scottish porridge, a pinch of salts, and rich oats, stirred through with a spoon of decadently sweet strawberry jam and sprinkled with raisins. So for the palate, it says it will be creamy and chocolatey with the porridge of the nose dusted with cocoa. Soft spice builds, cardamom and cinnamon with rich hot chocolate and squashed raisins following. That sounds interesting. Okay. That's got a bit of spice to it, as in alcoholic acidity
Yeah.
vibes. Really, I got some of the porridge notes, but not so much the creamy or the chocolatey. What did you get any of that?
No, but I also don't do Scotch very well.
Yeah, which is, I mean, we like Scotch. I like Scotch. She likes bourbon, so we like whiskey generally. But I wouldn't say that we are experts as far as our palates go. We just enjoy the experience and tasting new things. So for the finish, it says fruity dark chocolate fades to reveal apple and a touch of licorice, but only a touch. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting any of that. It's good. It's kind of, it's more, I would say more closely aligned in my thought with the Lagavulin 8. And so while it's good, I'm going for the 16. Yes, I already have the Dyson fan going, but we've also noticed that the TV here has YouTube as one of the available apps, and so that allows you to watch your favorite YouTube channel, like Josh and Inez. Tune in.
Overall, we enjoyed our stay at the Bonham and thought the property and especially the service to be excellent. The property also gets huge points for having a Dyson fan, particularly as we like to have the room cold and the sound of a fan to fall asleep. Also, a huge shout out to Lucas, the reception manager, who went above and beyond to make us feel welcome and who worked to ensure we had the transportation we required to make all of our reservations. So what did we pay for this 5-star experience? Just over $1,500, which includes 2 nights in the Bonham's beautiful signature suite. But what do you think? Would you stay at the Bonham? Have you? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe now. As always, we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. So until next time.